Hi, I'm Daniel and this is Ashville Weekly episode 30. This week we plan to start pouring concrete in the grounds of Castle Charalambous. We have 3 trains booked in and we should finish the plastering at the basement salvage project. So then we can finally pack away our tools and make a start on getting my office complete. Dun, 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 dun. A professional to steal our ideas and steal our jobs. What a disrespect to maybe steal our diesel when he's trying to escape Alcatraz. Golden bullet, one shot, rude boy. Probably hit the top like bam, gonna lash out. The angle beads, it's really touched me. Getting a bit tight in here for my head. The digging is never done unless it's jammed up there. Beating it out of the inside of the body. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Hopefully that was enough of a pause. And I'm very familiar with the cockpit. Now this man's got the brakes on the front. He's a professional. Monday morning, I'm in the yard. I'm on Maddy's bike. No, I did not come to work on the bike, but I saw it there doing nothing. And like a troublesome infantile child that I am, I decided to just grab hold of his bike and ride it for no reason. There's absolutely no reason for me to do this, and it doesn't help anything at all. It doesn't benefit my life in any way whatsoever, but I find it funny, hilariously funny. Preparing for a train tomorrow. There's not too much going on in the yard today. Noel isn't in, Terry isn't in, so I'm just messing around. It's Cam and I doing the transport. We've overcome everything so far. Guys, I want to thank you so much. I had a look on Google and you've managed to give us over 3,000 5-star reviews. Thank you so much. I'm really feeling the love. I'm really feeling the love. Words can't express. And to be honest, I didn't know that you were all so dedicated, and it's really touched me. Obviously, I can go with one hand. Not sure if I can go with no hands. It's been a long time since I was on a bike. So I'm just riding around to the railway yard to see how we're getting on. Obviously, I could go a lot faster and I could actually lift the front up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that for health and safety reasons. There is Sam again in the tipper. Let's turn around in case he asks me for a pay rise again, because that isn't about to happen. I feel pretty rested. Ashville Weekly came out very early, so I got a chance to actually rest yesterday, so I feel very refreshed enough to do foolishness on a bike. Now, if you remember last week, I took Will in my car. I went 158 miles an hour. 158. It's not bad for an armchair. So Will could obviously keep up in the passenger seat, but let's see if Will can keep up now. Will, make sure you pace yourself, you know. Can you keep up? All right, let's go. Come on, Will. And we're off. Last week we went in a convoy with my car. Today we're in a convoy with the bike. Dun, 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 dun. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, oh. That's how Ashville roll. Tired, Will? Yeah. Obviously, I took Will 158 miles an hour last week in Ashville Weekly. Click here to watch that. And this week, I tried to keep up when I was on a bike. Obviously, I have the reactions of a jungle cat. How did I catch that as well? I got the reactions of a jungle cat, man. And I had the speed of 10 Jaguars, so it wasn't possible. Now what we do is we put Maddy's bike back, exactly where we found it, and we will now find out if Maddy watches Ashville Weekly. If he says something to me next Monday about his bike, I know he watched. So clearly I would pass a cycling proficiency test. I can operate any machine and drive any lorry. I recently did my train simulator test with GB Rail Freight and I've had 40 hours of flying lessons, but haven't been able to fly for a couple of months due to lockdown. Well, this week's episode is sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of video classes for literally anything. So I'm going to do a little refresher for learning to fly a plane by watching How to Fly an Airplane taught by Howard Forder. He has lessons on taxiing, takeoff, landing, theory, turns, tower communications, map reading, and even an advanced class, so hopefully I can pick up a few new tips. Premium subscription is less than a tenner a month for a limited access to all the classes, but you can sign up on a free trial. Because you're all serious and watch Ashville Weekly, the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. That's right, I said premium. And now I'm off to find a class on how to be an action hero. It's Wednesday and I'm in the yard. The train has arrived, as you can see. It's Tuesday and I'm in the yard. And the train has arrived. Woke up this morning, feel rested again. Spoke to Yianni on the way in. Fantastic things are happening for Yianni. We were just discussing it. You know when your friend calls you and he tries to gas on you? Well, he didn't really do that. He called me and we gassed together. The conversation started with, we are going to do this and I'm doing this, then we are going to do that. So it's always nice to talk to someone when they gas with you and not on you. I'm a man who likes to gas with you. If you want to gas and we're going to do something, call me, I'll gas with you. Since then, I've got in. Really looking forward to the day, and to be honest, I've had no good phone call since. Every single phone call has been an issue or a problem, getting on top of me a bit. I had a brand deal to film today. I was filming this morning. I'm trying to be as professional as I can, but when you've got a lot of problems with work and, you know, it's coming towards the end of the month and you're trying to manage it, you know, you can't lie to the camera can see your face. Now, I am a professional, no doubt, but sometimes it does take its toll. So hopefully when you see the brand deals, you really like them and you don't see that underneath it, I'm sad and frustrated and a caged animal who's gonna lash out at some point. But that will not be today. Anyway, the train has arrived. As you can see, the L860 working well. We're having no problems with it at all at the moment, and the stone is being offloaded. There is stone going out, there is a gap in the train. So over here, all is working well. You can see the secondary line is full and the sprinklers are working. Trying not to get myself wet. Wanted to train last night, but I couldn't because I had to do, move forward a bit. Wanted to train last night, but I couldn't because I had to do a complete watch through of the train simulator video. You watch through it and you put time codes and small edits, the small things you do to perfect the video, the small things that make you guys think, wow, that was a great video, but you can't exactly tell what it was. So I had to do that last night, and by the time I finished, it was about 9 o'clock here, and I can't really train any later than that because I won't be able to get to sleep. So hopefully we can bring you guys that video. Let's take a walk. I'm gonna time this. All right. This is like, you know, in The Rock, Sean Connery, when he's trying to escape Alcatraz and he just counts and then he rolls underneath, and if he gets it wrong, he'll burn to death. This is kind of like what that is. I managed to succeed, but I'm not sure my camera has. Daniel, just getting the camera wet. Nothing too crazy or exciting going on here. I just thought I'd take a look. Everything looks to be in order. As I said, L860 working well. Let's get back into the office and do some work. This one of the original one. Where did you take this from? This is from the build firm. Where you nicked that from? You nicked it from the site. Patrick, you can't steal from the building company. Look, I asked him. You asked him? Well, you didn't steal it then, did you? No. Smaddy. Why's your lorry so dirty? Why are you getting angry? No. Smadici. How many jobs you done today? 10. How much diesel you burn in a day? 150, yeah? It's not too bad for this kind of, it's not too bad, it's not too bad.
It's good for 400 kilometers in a day.
For 150 litres of diesel? That's not bad, Patrick, man.
Not bad, I'm going to...
Smadici.
Eco mode.
Oh, you're going in eco mode, yeah? That's cool, stay in eco mode then. Smadici. Am I making you late by standing around like this? I am, aren't I?
No, today I'm going.
Smadici. What do you mean you have 2 more but you can't do it?
One is...
No, bruv, no, go then. About you've got 2 more jobs, you can't do it. All right, safe, see you later. See you later. About you can't do it. No, don't wind the window down to tell me you can't do it. Put it back up.
No pay.
Come.
No pay.
Oh, what, they didn't pay? Oh, then we're not doing it then. I thought you were saying you just couldn't do it. Smadici. Patrick can get easily upset when you ask him why the lorry's dirty when it's clearly not. And all you do when he tries to talk to you is repeat his surname. Just keep repeating his surname. It can be very frustrating when people do stuff like that. Smadici. It's Wednesday. I'm in the yard. Very busy today. Haven't had a chance to film. Tell a lie. I was filming some branding. Aha. Brand deals today. And I'll do it, yeah? Okay.
So you just want me to correct you if you get it wrong?
Yeah, I'm a busy guy. I run multiple businesses. I recently started an entertainment company. Now, instead of moving material, I run multiple businesses and employ a lot of people. Recently, I opened a new what?
No, stop. No,
just carry on.
I'm a busy guy.
I'm a busy guy. I run multiple businesses and employ a lot of people. Recently, I started an entertainment company. Now, instead of moving material, I move ideas and files. Yep. Investing in great people is key. Investing in great people is key. Glenn, of course I can't hear you. Say that again. I'm done.
That's quite loud. Should we get one more time for sound, or are you happy? Oh, good. You happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do the time lapse.
Cool. So I can move.
Yeah, so...
So I can move, yeah?
Yeah, you can go.
Cool. I intend on it.
So yeah, when we're going to leave this to roll, I'm going to sit here another...
Yeah, yeah.
On the audio on the train set. Yeah, if you just go on your phone. Yeah, that'll be calm. So yeah, do you want to just come as if you're just coming in the door?
You ready?
Yeah, there we go.
It's Thunderbolt 3 and it gives you a USB hub
Should we do
here
the-
and here.
Should we do the start bit again and just do it really like a bit smoother? So you just put it down there. Cool. Maybe a better angle. Do you want to just say that bit again?
Okay. This is the first monitor I've ever seen that's actually wider than me, so I'm going to need to get back in the gym. But it's wide enough that I can get on... But it's wide enough that I can hide behind it and get on with my work. I thought the chair weren't there for a minute. Spent a lot of the day doing that. I had back-to-back meetings, so unfortunately I couldn't film anything. Just went to have something to eat, but I couldn't finish it because I warmed up the chicken and it smelled like wet dog. When I smelt the wet dog, I decided that I wasn't going to eat that. So hopefully I could be strong enough to not eat for the rest of the day or eat something small. Going to try and train later because I'm feeling good. Other than that, I will see you in the morning, probably on site at Yianni Charalambous' house. Thursday morning, we're at Castle Charalambous. We've missed the concrete pour because I had to go and look at a job somewhere else, which I can't show you yet because it's not our job, we're trying to get it. Adrian is just here washing out before he goes to the next job. You can see the membrane that we put down on the floor to protect, and afterwards we're going to clean up the site properly. Adrian's got another job to go to, but he has to clean all the concrete out of this now. If he drives to the next site with the concrete, it may dry and cause a lot of damage to the pump. So this is best practice, what you can see happening here now. While we missed the pour, I still asked some of the boys to try and capture it on their phone. I did ask them to film it this way, but they still managed to film it that way. So let's have a look what their camera skills are like. Hopefully that was enough of a pause. In the back garden, you can see that the base is complete for the shed changing room area here, and also the foundation for the concrete block wall that's going to go here. If you remember last week, I told you about the flower bed, some lovely flowers all along here. That's going to go in between this new wall and that existing retaining wall. The digging is never done at Castle Charalambous. We've excavated again in order to run some power and data and anything else we need to get to the new shed changing area. Very happy. The delivery of concrete blocks is here already, and we have a load of ballast here. Dudek, we got any cement?
Yes, we have the garage.
So we have cement in the garage as well. So this means we can start using the mixer here. We can start, as soon as that foundation is dry, we can start putting these concrete blocks in place. We're gonna have to bring a couple more loads of type 1. Once we finish the trench area over there and we build this block wall up, we can start spreading this type 1 everywhere. If you remember a few weeks back, I was standing here and I showed you 2 yellow X's on the front of this retaining wall for the swimming pool. I want us to remove 2 blocks from there. Well, we've now removed those. We created ply structure here and we put some reinforcement bar and we've poured a bridge here. This means the 2 blocks that we removed, we've put a support over the top. We've also poured the slab over here for the plant room for the swimming pool. Now stay with me. This level, what we have here, is the exact same level as the slab for the plant room, which is slightly lower than the retaining wall because the entire area is going to be lower. Now, the entire plant room will be able to get wet, and we're going to run drainage in the bottom corner to take away any excess water. Once this entire area is dry, we're going to excavate here. We're going to turn just in front of the foundation here, and then the pipes are going to run into the plant room there. Out on the scaffold, you can see the temporary roof has been removed. Shout out to Whetstone Scaffold. They couldn't take everything with them, so there's a few bits left on the roof. Before anybody jumps on it and says anything, there is Celotex underneath the scaffolding that's left here, so we're not about to puncture the new roof, what we just did. Once all of this is gone, we're going to do the top coat, and this roof is nearly finished. Last week I stood in this exact position and I showed you what we'd created for the LED feature. This will fit in here nicely like that. So now you can see we've plastered the ceiling, we've plastered the downstand bit here, and we have fitted the feature we built out of MDF. We have then clad that in plasterboard, and we have put angle beads top and bottom. So this is also ready to plaster. In this room, we continue where we can. You can see this wall is newly plastered. You can see the difference in color between the wall and the ceiling. Also over here, we have an LED light fixture that has been fitted. And in the bathroom area here, the boys are just sweeping out and giving it a clean. Now it's time for the electric underfloor heating. After that, we're gonna put self-leveling compound, and then we're gonna begin to tile. In the hallway, we've plastered 50% of the walls, but not the ceiling yet. As I said, all the trades are jumping around. Some guys are plastering, some guys are boarding. There's electricians working, there's carpenters. Everyone's working together. We have to keep re-sequencing the work. See my pronunciation? Can't jump on it, like the way I say ballast and the way I say insulation and these sort of things. So yes, but it is working well. On the top floor, this room is completely ready to be plastered. Previously, you saw this was our changing area, but we've had to move everything out of there. Let me also show you this area. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you this LED feature that we can fit, and you can now see it flush in the ceiling and taped on both sides. If you remember previously, we were in here and we were beginning to tile the floor. In this bathroom, we started tiling, we are on the floor. Well, the floor has been completed and we've covered the floor in Corex so we don't dirty it beyond cleaning or damage any of it. Also on the walls, I showed you the drawings that we made for Jan and Steph so they could decide on the layout for the tiles. They have chosen, and now the tiles have begun to go on the walls. Now we're off to the basement salvage project, and then I need to get back to the yard ASAP because the train is in. Now you've gone and ripped it. In the basement, you can see we've had to remove the staircase. The staircase was in the way, and we've got a lot of messing around and funny bits to do here. In the main area, we have put base coats all over the walls, and we are finishing the plastering on the beam and the back area. Now, the plastering here takes quite a while because we have a lot of different recesses and different levels, but spending the time on this area and getting it right with the angle beads, etc., this is what makes it look like a fantastic job when finished. What's going on with my office, man?
We'll do it.
I know you will do it, but when are we going to do it?
Start next week.
You're starting next week, yeah? Monday you'll be there.
I'm not sure.
No, not sure. So you think it will be dry for tomorrow for base coats, yeah?
If we leave the humidifier on, it will be...
Cool, let's leave the dehumidifier on then.
Recording?
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's called it's called fly on the wall. You should be happy that you've got a boss that cares about you, Bartek.
Of course.
Let's get back to the yard. In the yard, just in time. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Just in time to see the train shunting. As you can see, we've been offloading for a few hours now. Everything's going well. Everything's in order. The yard looks pretty empty. We still haven't managed to change over the bucket yet. We may try that at the weekend because we're too busy. Let's see this getting connected. Having a look on the train here, when I eventually have the Ashville train, what a disrespect. I hope nobody comes and does this to my Ashville carriages or my Ashville locomotive. Look, man, just come and deface the side of it. What a liberty. Having a little sit down in the yard, I'm tired over here, I'm hiding. But Simon the accountant has found me. Trusty Simon, always in, always organised, always with the OCD. And a little thing that Simon's mates were teasing him at the weekend. That Simon wasn't in weekly for a couple of weeks. They make this clear. Simon is ever present. Yeah, and always working hard. His pals were teasing him. They were doing searches on the Ashville website for his name and sending him screenshots saying he's forgotten. I want to make it clear that Simon is not forgotten. Are you, Si?
No, never.
Simon's never forgotten, and he's here working hard. So I just thought I'd nip that in the bud. Still a phone down. Terry took the phone off me. I got it back when he was off for a few days last week and on Monday. But now he's back in, he's taken the phone off me. So a little bit less that I'm doing operationally, but it's freeing me up to do other things that I want to do. But I can see how mad Terry's phone's going. He's turned into secretary. Did you get it? Secretary, Terry, secretary. Anyway, let's go to the office. What sound would you associate with Warrior, Leonidas, Gladiator, Russell Crowe, kind of Optimus Prime? Call Ara and discuss it with him. Say, just ask him. It'll take 2 seconds rather than us procrastinating. You just saw a train, and hopefully tonight the train simulator video is going out. We've got some small, very small amendments to make, and we're just waiting for the thumbs up from GB Rail Freight as well. So click here to watch that video. I hope you can. No, not I hope you can. No, click here to watch that video. A few weeks ago, you see I did a sponsored walk to work. Click here to watch that video. Well, the money has finally come in from YouTube. Thank you so much, guys, for all your generosity. But I didn't know that YouTube actually take 30%. They took 30% of the money that I was able to raise. So what I've done, myself and my team, we've put that 30% back in. Now, we were sending the money to the Testicular Cancer Society, but they're based in America. And we were having a conversation with them, and they double checked the day the video came out, and people actually made donations directly to them. So again, thank you guys for your generosity. It's going to a good cause. However, the Testicular Cancer Society in America, they sent it back to the UK, to the Testicular Cancer Society here, which is called Checkham Lads. And now we are sending the money directly to Checkham Lads because the site in America has said send it to everyone here. So we're about to make that donation. I want to thank all of you for watching the video and for your generosity. And guys, remember, make sure you keep checking them. It's Friday morning, I'm in the yard. Terry is yawning because obviously we're boring him. It's a good way to start the day, isn't it?
We've only just worked that out.
Yeah, we've only just worked that out. Thankfully, the work on my office is starting again tomorrow, and then we're gonna go through it until we finish it. As soon as I can move into my new office, this wall here is coming down and this entire area is gonna be open plan. The phone's ringing here. See it there? See it there? We're busy, we're popping off, guys, this is Cam. This is the new guy here helping us with transport. He's doing well, he's picking it up well. I spoke about him a few weeks ago, and I said that his family were also in this business, but he doesn't work for the family business, he works here. We've tested him, and I do not believe he is a spy at the moment. So at one point we thought that he was put here to infiltrate us, to steal our ideas and steal our jobs and maybe steal our diesel. But that hasn't happened, so he's still here. So now it hasn't happened yet. So now we're going to allow him to be on camera. So relatively busy today. We have a train tomorrow, so we're just preparing for the train at the moment. Lots of plans for Monday. Terry's going to be in nice and early on Monday, aren't you, Terry?
Hey, what's that, sorry?
Monday. What time? Terry will be in nice and early on Monday. Why don't you tell?
Sorry, I was concentrating on something else. You were saying,
Monday.
You were saying about what?
Monday. You'll be in nice and early.
Because I don't work in the bank.
Exactly. Terry doesn't work in a bank, so Terry will be in on Monday, and so will Jules. Won't you, Jules?
No.
Yeah.
Jules will be here nice and early on Monday morning because we do not work in a bank, and even though Jules is dealing with peas on a daily basis, she is not a teller. Get a pan of the spy.
We need to start calling him James Bond. The secret agent.
Yeah, we're just doing a pan of the spy. Remember GoldenEye, James Bond? Just remember that, innit? Golden bullet, one shot, rude boy. Yeah, so we've worked out that he is not a spy. We think, anyway. The train simulator video came out last night. It's doing very well. Thanks to all of you who watched that. Very special one for me because you know that I am into trains. So really happy about that. It's made me think about some up and coming videos that I've been trying to do for a long time. I'm going to do a race, train versus lorry. Obviously they can't be next to each other. Well, they could be next to each other like that, but I'm not going to do it. The train will load in a place, the lorry will also load there, and they will both try to get back to the Ashville yard, and we'll see who wins. Even though I can drive a train, yours truly will drive the lorry, and we'll see how quickly I can get here in comparison to the train. Creating the area upstairs and moving myself over there is going to mean we've got more space for more people who I want to bring into the team. Part of Cam starting and then Terry taking some more responsibility operationally. We're going to bring in an in-house accountant. We're going to bring on board someone who's a QS/salesperson. We're going to bring someone in to handle all the compliance and health and safety, all the operational issues that I still deal with. We're going to bring people in to deal with those sectors to free up my time so I can do more of the stuff I liked. The way I see it, when my mind was a lot freer, I managed to get us to this point. I can't get us past this point because I'm stuck in the trenches too much. So hopefully if I can bring some good people in and I can share the responsibility with those people, I'll be excited every morning again when I wake up, and I'll be able to start piecing things together and moving us forward in a way which got us to this point, bringing us to the next level. That's the plan anyway. He's probably gone and tipped the body up in the air but left the foot down, and it's probably hit the top like bam without looking on full blast. Yeah. One of the grabs has just come in, the 57 plate Volvo, tipped up, and now the Ram won't go back down. Having a look here, we can see that the seal is gone. So we're testing at the lorry from the front to the back. We've got movement down here. Every time we use the tipping valve, we've got movement here. I don't know what's happened. Maybe when you put your foot down too much when you're trying to tip the body and it hits it at full pace, and you're not looking in the mirrors or something, and you know your foot's down and it hits the top really hard and you're still pushing, like, or unless it's jammed up there, or I don't know, but it's a problem because this lorry's got a full day of work to do. Having a look here, we can see further up the Ram there's another seal gone, so this lorry definitely ain't going anywhere today. Oh, it's coming. No one's jiggling about with it, and it seems if you keep flicking the valve between the crane and the body, then it's managed to come down. The lorry's still not going anywhere, but it's just good that we've got it down now. Saturday morning, I'm in the yard. Out the repair bay, let's go and have a look at the new office to see how the boys are progressing. Well, don't slip.
Oh, geez.
There we go. Sounds like there's definitely work going on. Let's have a look. At last, work has started again. The plan today is just to finish off the electrics. I seem to be doing here what Yianni does at his house. I've just added some LEDs to my desk. Because the desk looks like it's floating, I'm going to put some underneath there. Speaker plan is done, everything is in place, so all the cables should be there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to cut up the insulation. So we're going to put it in between the beams here. A lot of people are probably looking at it saying this is a bit overkill, but the trouble with these containers, especially when they're painted in black, because some silly person went and painted it black, is that when it gets hot, like this will be like an oven, and then it will be freezing cold in the winter as well. So the better we can insulate it, the more comfortable it will be in here. If you flash back to the work we're doing at Yianni's on the first floor, you'll see that there's a suspended ceiling system that just sits just below. We've gone for this GTech suspended ceiling system. We're going to use the same one here because it's already getting a bit tight in here for my head. Last but not least, my famous floating desk. Now, I'm asking the boys what the plan is with this. They say they don't know. So Bartek has decided that he's in charge of the desk. I don't know the plan. The boys don't know the plan. He knows the plan, and he says he knows the best way to fix it. So I'm just going to leave him to it because hasn't let me down yet. Popped into the container. As the projects on site progress and my office progresses, I can see that the stock we keep in here is less and less and less. We try not to waste anything. Even when we finish the temporary power, the guys bring those back here. So the next time we start up a project, we can just put these in place. It saves a lot of time. Up here is only stuff for the build firm. I can see we haven't wasted a thing. We've tried to keep absolutely everything. Some of it, we probably won't use it for a very long time, but we still keep it because having this stuff here can get you out of stock. You know, you might need something very late on a job to finish. We might have to work on a Sunday and everything is closed, and then we have everything we need in here. Quite busy on the grabs at the moment. So if you remember this yesterday, you saw that there was a problem with the Ram. It was leaking. We couldn't get the body down, but we got the body down. So what we're going to do is lift this body up. We're going to take the Ram out so it can get repaired, so it can get polished and resealed, and then we're going to use this lorry just using the high-ab crane, because this lorry is going to go on day work with Morans next week. Click here to watch that video. So if we take out the Ram, we can't tip the body. However, the crane will still be in perfect working order. Quickly turn around, get a pan. Good shot, get a pan, get a pan, get a pan. You can see here we put the shackle on. We're getting ready to lift the body up manually because we can't put it up any other way. If you remember a good few episodes ago, I bought these. These are 6 meter straps, which can hold 5 ton. You can tell by the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are 6 meters. 5 lines means it's certified to 5 tons. If you see underneath here, we've already disconnected the top part of the Ram where it connects to the tipping body. Down on the quick hitch. Now we've secured the body, we've still got the digger holding onto it. We're going to get the forklift to lift out the ram because this ram's really heavy.
Did it since a week. I had the hood up, it was cold too, so you're like a Teletubby with your
There we go. So that's the feed, and we put a blanking plate on the feed to stop the oil coming out, and out comes the ram. Yep.
That'll do. Whoa!
That's what we call a telescopic ram, but this one just like completely extends. They're actually very slow. I prefer the scissor ones. That blank is now nice and secure, and we're just cable tying it up to leave it in place.
See that blanker, so it fits in better on here.
Blanker.
Yeah.
Blanker. What joke is this, man? I don't get the joke straight away sometimes.
Blanker.
You know you're not supposed to swear.
I didn't.
You did swear. You did swear. You can't. You're not supposed to swear, no. I'm out. Got it. Now we start dropping the body down. Yeah, the guides. Yeah. Fine job. Hey! When your ram needs to be done, but you still need to send the lorry out to work, but you don't have to tip the lorry, that is how you keep your lorry on the road while your ram gets fixed. When you're stuck in the yard, get it done. Train's reversing in now. LH60 is ready. Secondary line is full. And now you can see this reversing in. Obviously now I'm a train driver. I can reverse this in myself. Or as I like to say, I could moonwalk these carriages in onto the primary line. The purpose of me standing here, other than the fact that I love trains and I love my LH60, is because I want to watch us put our bucket in and offload it. If you remember previously, I told you the council aren't happy about the noise the bucket makes when it goes into the carriage and offloads. And last week when the bucket was repaired, I was discussing maybe it's an operational issue because there's nothing more we can do with the bucket. We can't attach rubber to the bucket or anything like that, it won't work. So I'm gonna watch very closely as we take a bucket of material and let's see if there's a way in which we can do it better. Here's a strange one. The carriages are empty up here. Why's that? Why would you send me a train with 2 empty carriages like that? Ah! A GB Rail Freight locomotive! It's coming very far into the yard. This is a short train. Obviously I know that that's a class 66 and I know that I can control it and I'm very familiar with the cockpit. So we can fit 24 carriages, but we've actually got 20 carriages and only 18 of them are loaded. But for me, the third carriage doesn't look like it's fully loaded, so I'm gonna have a little look inside and see. Well, do me a favor. I'd like to fly the drone into carriage number 3 and see if that carriage is full, please, yeah? Half full. Is it really? So here we go. Let's assess this. Bucket goes in. Bucket goes in. We're not beating the bucket off the material. Full bucket of material. He's relatively low to the pile. He's not dropping it from very high up. Let's have another one. Here we are again. I really can't see how we're going to be able to improve that. Like, we're not doing anything wrong. He's not beating it out of the inside of the body. I understand sometimes the bucket is going to hit the wagon. I understand it's going to happen sometimes, but unfortunately there's nothing that we can improve operationally. We'll go in for another bucket. There we go. So we've hit the wagon a bit, but even that's not that loud. Grab the material and you're gonna have to dig it a bit. You put it in, open, close, open, close. As you open, close, you kind of dig down. Hadn't got a full bucket, so we went back in. Now we have a full bucket. I really don't think that we can improve that, unfortunately. We're doing it as we're meant to. Understandably, sometimes the bucket hits the wagon, but there's not really a lot more we can do in this situation. My office is progressing nicely. The Ram is off the grab and the train is being offloaded. I'm gonna get back inside and do some payroll. That'll be it for Saturday. That's it for Ashville Weekly episode 30. Finally, work has started on my office again. I've shown my skills on a bike and a train. There's nothing that's gonna get you down more like your Ram not extending. So it's off duty until it gets some TLC. And after studying the offloading of the train, unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to accept that the bucket is a bull and the wagon is a china shop. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see a video of me learning to drive a train on a simulator at GB Rail Freight's new state-of-the-art facility, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 29. Got payroll to do, man.